That's basically what it's there for.
Well,
so it's not really corrupt. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But people have no idea. Like, any mainstream media, it's just about as evil as it gets. And even Jeff Bezos, he purchased the Washington Post for $250 million. It's just obvious what they're doing. And I said earlier I was going to talk about how everyone's on pills, how massive the pharmaceutical industrial complex is now. I actually watched a little bit of some football games because I actually wanted to see the cold weather and just see what people were saying about it. No one was saying anything about it. Like, oh, that's weird. I thought there was global warming and all that. And, you know, it was like a day, I was just a little bored. I'm not watching much hockey, so I was like, I'll watch the final 2 minutes of this football game. Watch them run around the ice in the cold while no one notices there isn't any global warming.
Yep,
but man,
no kidding.
Commercials just nonstop. I can't believe the commercials. Like, I never watch television programming, but I watched it for a couple minutes. It's just all ads for like drugs. Like, and you know, Pfizer sponsors everything.
Good Morning America is brought to you by Pfizer. CBS Health Watch sponsored by Pfizer. Anderson Cooper 360. Brought to you by Pfizer. ABC News Nightline. Brought to you by Pfizer.
And I've mentioned in the past, John Rappaport does amazing work. He has a website called No More Fake News. If you like really well-written stuff, like he does a lot of like fiction stuff too, but he does it about what's going on in the world today. If you like really like creative writing and also great information, go sign up for his stuff. It's free. Just go to nomorefakenews.com. And I didn't realize how big of an industry the pharmaceutical industrial complex was. But as usual, John Rappaport is basically an independent journalist. Actually looked into everything and tried to figure out how many people in the U.S. work in one way or another for the pharmaceutical industrial complex. So here's his article. The U.S. Census Bureau reports there were 22 million workers in the medical care industry, one of the largest and fastest growing sectors in the U.S. that accounts for 14% of all U.S. workers.
Just one out of seven.
Roughly 1 out of every 7 workers in the U.S. is employed in the medical care industry. Never call it the healthcare industry. But it gets much worse than even that. He made a list of some of the health-related jobs that were not included in the 22 million census number. Here's what he came up with. Health insurance, medical device manufacturing and sales, research labs, companies that sell animals to research labs, medical school staff, hospital and physician office non-health workers, outsourced workers who handle non-medical functions of hospitals and doctor offices, federal and state government health agencies, FDA, CDC, NIH, state public health departments, pharmaceutical companies and their subcontractors, biotech firms, military non-medical health association employees, university medical research departments, pharmaceutical advertising agencies. It goes on and on. I'll put it on screen. You can, like, if you want to see it all, it just goes on and on. All drugstore employees, all employees of companies involved with the selling, charting, analyzing, tracking of medical-related stocks. And he has Dr. Fauci at the end. And he says, you can add all those people to the 22 million who work in healthcare industry, medical care. It's not even care. Medical death industry is basically what it is. It'll be a big number. Here's another blockbuster. According to Business Insider, medical death-related institutions are the largest employers in 23 states. My best estimate of the number of drug prescriptions filled in the U.S. every year is 4.2 billion. That's roughly 13 prescriptions per person per year for the population of 330 million. So you're saying there's 22 million kind of like very obviously employed by the pharmaceutical industrial complex? But when you actually look at all of them, and that works out to 1 in every 7 Americans. And he says there's tons more, and he didn't add up all the numbers, but it's probably like 1 in 6 or 1 in 5 that are in the medical death system. Like, no wonder the place, like 98% of what those doctors give you kill you. Really all you need is like, everyone just eat some decent food, get some exercise, and that's about it. And have like a natural,
little simplified,
true health person around, like someone from Mexico who knows all the different plants, or even Asia. Go into a Chinese, medical. I guess I don't know if they call it medical, but you know, it's just all herbs and stuff. All that stuff is the real good stuff. That's the stuff that actually works. The pharmaceutical industrial complex started by the Rockefellers tries to mimic a lot of them, but they actually mimic it and make it actually like the opposite of good. It makes it like kill you. I see a giant bird and I don't see Lucy. Lucy!
There you go.
I thought the bird was Lucy. So now where's Lucy?
Big Pharma, bad
You're
karma.
not taking Lucy. Anyone see the bird take Lucy? Lucy!